Hello and welcome back to another video of Formula 1 Challenge in 1973. Today is race 6 of the season, the crown jewel of the Formula 1 calendar, the Monaco Grand Prix, where, knowing the AI, we expect quite a bit of carnage. Last time out on Belgium, I managed to choke up a win with pure luck by Regazzoni, who was leading the race, retiring in the pit stop 2 laps before the end. And so did many others. If you watched that video, you saw that I was the only one who actually finished the race, which definitely helped me keep my championship hopes alive. So here we are today, going for a good result, because that would mean an equalizer or at least cutting down on Jackie's advantage. So let's head over and check the qualifying session to see where we end up on the grid. Let's go. And that's about time to start the hot lap. As you can see, I already tried it a couple of times. That's actually my 4th lap, so the 2 out laps I already had a hot lap done. That's, you can see up there, it's a 1:34. Quite a disastrous lap time, especially after what I saw in the free practice sessions, where just as usual the Tyrrells looked pretty much unbeatable, and well, everyone was at least 2-3 seconds off the pace. They were the only ones who managed to do lap times under 1:30. So in terms of that, 1:34 is not gonna cut it. However, we also saw over the past, I think 2 sessions that despite the Tyrrells being strong in the race, they seem to have lost their edge in the qualifying sessions, while Emerson Fittipaldi got a second wind and scored a pole position for the previous race in Belgium. And we're just about to finish the hot lap. Let's see what's it gonna be. It's definitely not gonna be under 1:30. I can see that. Yeah, that's a 1:33. And it's Emerson Fittipaldi starting from pole position, followed by Carlos Reutemann. Well, that's a double surprise. Peter Revson on P3, Jackie Hicks on P4. And there you can see me on P5. And that means I'm ahead of both Tyrrells, which is pretty good. And we have Wilson Fittipaldi in P6. And right behind me there is Jackie Stewart on P7. Next to him you can see Beltoaz. Then James Hunt on P9, followed by his future rival Niki Lauda on P10. And the other Tyrrell of François Sever is only on P11, who is followed by Jody Scheckter on P12, Merzario on P13, Regazzoni on P14, Peterson on P15, my teammate Van Lennep on P16. That's quite unfortunate. He usually does better in the qualifying than this. Then on P17 we have Danny Halm. On P18 my other teammate Ganley. Well, at least he keeps sticking to this kind of position, 18-20. So that's nothing unusual. P19 for Jarier. Wissel starting from P20. Purley P21. Halewood P22. Mas on P23. He's quite far back. Fulmer on P24. De Adamic on P25. Watson, Butler and Ammon, and the other guys we can see. And the lights are out, so it's time to do some racing, and I get a really good start, pulling away from Revson. Managed to overtake him before the first corner, reminding myself no heroics into Saint-Devote. And now we're up to P3, right behind Reutemann and Fittipaldi. Reutemann managed to overtake Fittipaldi at the start, so he's leading the race now. And Fittipaldi is looking on the inside but doesn't go for any move in this corner. No wonder this could be quite dangerous. I make a bit of contact with him as he just slows down way too much in that hairpin. And he seems to get the better exit towards the tunnel. Pulled away for more than a second. And I'm trying to have a look on the inside here, but there is no space for any move. So we just slow down and stay behind him quite close to make sure to capitalize on any possibilities to overtake him. And another bit of contact which basically gets him out of my way. And now I'm up to P2. And it wasn't really the cleanest move ever, but well, it got the job done and I still have no damage. And now that's Reutemann in the lead, myself in second place, and it's Fittipaldi down to P3, and I think you can see Refson in the mirror behind him. And while Reutemann is able to kind of pull away or at least build a gap, Fittipaldi is still within 1 second. You can see him very close in the mirror. And now I managed to close the gap to Reutemann in this section here. However, he gets the better exit as we go towards the tunnel. And already extended his lead back to 1.5 seconds. And I take a risky dive into this chicane. That helps me take the lead from Reutemann, but I also touch the wall with the wheels. Thankfully, no suspension damage. So everything's okay for now. And it would be important to win this race, because yeah, I could just close that massive gap that Jackie has to me in terms of championship points. And Reutemann just goes out to the pits. I think he crashed into the wall somewhere in the swimming pool section. And on lap 6 you can see that's one of the Tyrrells right in front of me. I think that was Sever. I actually can't see his helmet from here. But yeah, that's Sever, and he's about to be lapped in this race, so I'm definitely beating one of the Tyrrells. And it's Emerson Fittipaldi on P2. However, by lap 9 I have a massive 25 seconds lead over him. And that's another back marker right in front, who actually lets me pass, which is really nice because it wouldn't be great to have to fight them on this track. I mean, we all know Monaco, and actually I'm quite surprised by the AI because it does relatively okay. It's a lot less crashing, a lot less accidents. At least a lot less accidents that end their races, so quite a few of us are still in the race, and as you can see, someone just went out with an engine failure, which sounds to be more common in this race now than the accidents that you could see in my videos on the 90s seasons. However, that still doesn't mean that the AI is competitive here. Almost touching the wall in the tunnel. Someone lost the front wing. Well, that's actually quite common. A lot of front wings have been lost, and by this point in lap 10 pretty much everyone has been out to the pits at least once. And that's another back marker right in front of me. There's gonna be quite a few of them over the course of this race, especially with a couple of pit stops they need to do for new front wings. Let's see if he's going to let me pass as well, like the previous one did. I'm trying to go on the inside, and he kinda lets me pass. And then if you see in the mirror, I actually try to come back on the inside. No idea why they keep doing that, especially when they are not racing me. And it's just the end of the next lap. That's one of my teammates who is about to be lapped. Just a bit of a mistake here. I almost lose it and drop the car into the wall. I think that might be Van Lennep, but I couldn't see the helmet from here. I can definitely recognize him from his orange helmet, if I get to see it. And Fittipaldi is already almost 40 seconds behind, and I think by now he also had a forced pit stop as well, with the broken front wing as well. Everyone else, yeah, that's Van Lennep with his orange helmet. And he's not really willing to let me pass, despite he's not racing me at all. You can also see a bit of a smoke bomb in the tunnel. Someone is pulling a big cloud of smoke behind himself. I'm not sure who that is, but it's quite disturbing because I can't see anything from it. That actually might be my other teammate. That might be Gamley. No, please. Yep, that's another Williams. That was Ganley, who is basically about to blow the engine. As we overtake a massive train of back markers, and there's two more ahead as they go into Sandevot. And Peter Revson takes the lead as Fittipaldi was forced to do another pit stop. And now we have, I think that's a Ferrari and the Tyrrell, and he really doesn't want to let me pass. He fights me tooth and nail, but I just be a bit more aggressive on him, and he actually makes contact with me. In exchange, I make contact with Severs Tyrrell, and he actually dives down on the inside of the hairpin and overtakes both of us. At this point I got a little bit angry because he keeps fighting me back and we're not in the race against each other. Now on lap 16, that's another back marker. This time I'm not sure who that is. Obviously I can't recognize everyone just by looking at their helmets. And then on lap 19 we have a bit of pile up here, but thankfully no one pulls over to the inside, so I could just go past all three of them without any serious trouble. And on lap 20 we have another fight between a Tyrrell and someone else, but they let me pass without any issue. I think that was either Lauda or Regazzoni who was chasing the Tyrrell. And that's another train of back markers. So as you can see, that's still quite a few drivers in the race. So that's not the usual Formula 1 Challenge Monaco AI madness. However, they still hold me up and I made contact with that back marker. But ultimately managed to overtake all of them. And just to make things exciting, there is one more. And you can see there I overtook Wilson Fittipaldi, who came to second place, and by lap 27 Revson took it back. However, at this point they are a lap down. Again, that's all thanks to a lot of forced pit stops of broken front wings. And another huge train of back markers, like 4 or 5 cars ahead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That area, that part of the track seems to be fairly dangerous for them. And they go side by side, someone ends up touching the wall. And on lap 33, short before the end of the race, that just 6 laps before the end of the race, another train of back markers, because we like them so much. And is actually trying to re-overtake me again. I'll never understand why they keep doing that. They should just let me go. And that's another one in the front. And on lap 35, another back markers. I think that's one of the Tyrrells. Yep, that's one of the Tyrrells in front. Yep, that's Jackie. He's having an absolute terrible race. He tries to fight me back here, but as you can see, he's got no front wing. And I think he did like 6 forced pit stops already due to front wing. Or actually what it seemed like to me, that for some reason they don't get repaired in the pits. I haven't tested the pits myself. As you can see, I still have enough fuel to finish the race as I start the very last lap. Far ahead in the lead, leading by more than a lap to Wilson Fittipaldi. So that's gonna be another easy win. And these are the ones, just like the race win in Belgium, that I don't feel like 100% justified or 100% on merit. It's mainly because AI stupidity, but it doesn't matter, a win is a win. And if I manage to finish this remaining half a lap without crashing into anything or anyone, then that means that we should be on equal points with Jackie. So at this point I could have just rolled through the rest of the lap in second gear, but I just wanted to finish this race. And just for good measure, we get another train of back markers right before the end of this race. But it doesn't matter anymore, because we come through as the winner of 1973 Monaco Grand Prix. And despite all the AI stupidity and pit issues, it's been a fun race. Like, there are actually cars out on the track still. They didn't crash out. They didn't have massive accidents, well, at least not all of them. And you can check my videos in the 90s where there was 2 of us in the race after 10 laps. And they are actually still in the race, as I never overtook them, so I saw the checkered flag before they did. Let's go through the tunnel. right next to, I think that's Butler there.
Van Lennep
has finished in fifth position.
And then we have Wilson Fittipaldi in second place, Beltoise on P3, Revson on P4, Van Lennep on P5, and Scheckter on P6. So that's the first 6 who got the points, and I have my teammate there, which is definitely helpful in terms of constructors' points. So actually 2 of us managed to finish that race and we both score points, and yes, we're on equal points with Jackie, and yeah, that means we're still in the fight. That's an open fight now for the title. And yeah, behind us we have Sever, Holm, Van Lennep, Peterson, Revson, Fittipaldi, Scheckter. And that's the constructor standings, where Tyrrell is still leading, but we managed to close the gap, and it's just 2 points now. So yeah, this was the 1973 Monaco Grand Prix. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you at the next race in Sweden. Oh, this is gonna be another interesting race there. Goodbye.